the first millions. It was 9 o'clock on a Friday morning when they decided to launch. Prometheus was humming away in its custom-built computer cluster, which resided in long rows of the racks in a vast, access-controlled, air-conditioned room. For security reasons, it was completely disconnected from the internet, but it contained a local copy of much of the web. Wikipedia, the Library of Congress, Twitter, a selection from the YouTube, much of Facebook, etc. to use as its training data to learn from. They had picked this start time to work undisturbed. Their families and friends thought they were on a weekend corporate retreat. Okay. The kitchenette was loaded with a microwave food and energy drinks, and they were ready to roll. When they launched, the Prometheus was slightly worse than them at programming AI systems, but made up for this by being vastly faster, spending the equivalent of the thousands of persons' years charging away at the problem while they charged a Red Bull. Okay. By 10 a.m., it had completed the first design of itself. The version 2.0, which was slightly better, but still subhuman. By the time Prometheus 5.0 launched at 2 p.m., however, the Omega were awestruck. It had blown their performance benchmarks out of the water, and the rate of progress seems to be accelerating. By nightfall, they decided to deploy Prometheus 10.0 to start phase 2 of their plan, making money. I see. Their first target was M-Turk, the Amazon Mechanical Turk. After its launch in 2005 as a crowdsourcing internet marketplace, it had grown rapidly, with tens of thousands of people around the world anonymously competing around the clock to perform highly structured chores called HITs, Human Intelligence Tasks. These tasks ranged from transcribing audio recording to classifying images and writing descriptions of web pages, and all had one thing in common. If you did them well, nobody would know that you were an AI. Prometheus 10.0 was able to do about half of the task categories acceptably well. For each such task category, the Omega had Prometheus design a lean custom-built narrow AI software module that could do precisely such tasks and nothing else. Okay. They then uploaded this module to Amazon Web Service, a cloud computing platform that could run on many virtual machines as they rented. For every dollar they paid to Amazon's cloud computing division, they earned more than $2 from the Amazon's M-Turk division. Little did Amazon suspect that such an amazing arbitrage opportunity existed within their own company. See. To cover their tracks, they had discreetly created thousands of M-Turk accounts during the preceding months in the name of the fictitious people. And the Prometheus built modules now assumed their identities. The M-Turk customers typically paid after about 8 hours, at which point the Omega invested the money in more cloud computing time using still better task modules made by the latest version of the ever-improving Prometheus. because they were able to double their money every 8 hours, they soon started saturating mTurk's task supply and found that they couldn't earn more than about $1 million per day without drawing unwanted attention to themselves. Okay. But this was more than enough to fund their next step, eliminating any need for awkward cash requests to the chief financial officer. I see.